reason, but I'm not keen on having to have a Svechnikov in my collection. But it's a great hit. So obviously they keep talking about trading him possibly. I know Carolina, loves his talent. They drafted him first overall, but they always seem to be kind of tooling themselves and trying to figure out what they want, what they need, and what they want because they're trying to get over the hump. Obviously in the East, they're clearly one of the top 4 teams in the East. With them, Florida, who's now missing 2 star players for most of the year, if not all the year. Of course, and then you got Toronto puts up huge numbers. Caps had a great year last year. We'll see if they can repeat that. Tampa is still hanging around. Carolina is clearly one of the top 4 or 5 teams in the East, and they're always looking to make themselves better. Obviously, you saw last year when they swung the trade for Rantanen and then flipped him on to Dallas. They're not afraid to pull the trigger and bring in guys. Obviously, they made a trade with the Rangers with one of their prospects, defenseman, and brought in Keandre Miller, who had 2 goals in his first game in Carolina. So maybe he just needs to be with the right coaching staff. They seem to do it right down there in Carolina. We'll see if he sticks. I know Ranger fans kind of soured on him because he seemed to be mistake prone and didn't use his size to his advantage because he's a big kid. But, I mean, if he fits in well with Carolina and Brendan Moore is fine with you, I mean, you can't complain. So we'll see. Carolina is definitely a threat in the East, and we'll see what happens. Obviously, some very nice Svechnikov hit over in Big Al's today. I think he has 10 more of those boxes coming, so I'm not sure if they get here this week or next week, but we'll get back to those. That means he will have half of this series. Series 8, I believe it is over there. So we'll see when he gets those boxes in the house if he's going to do double boxes again or single boxes like today and yesterday. But, so East Coast, we're a fan of that. But here are my stuff. You guys know I put pictures of 14 of the 16 jerseys in the reload are already on the Facebook page. So you guys can browse that at your leisure. I have 2 jerseys I'm expecting in over the next couple of days, which are listed on eBay. So the jerseys that are not in hand are live on eBay like everything else today. One is an Olmark Boston Bruins Black Fanatic. The other one is a Calgary Flames Adidas Milan Lucic. So anytime I get a chance to grab some Lucic, especially in Adidas, I grab that. So those are on the way to me. I expect them to be here before the weekend. And, of course, I'll get the pictures of them up when they arrive. They would be part of the boxing up reload, which will probably happen Saturday morning. So unless they come too late to me on Saturday afternoon. But Saturday, I'll be doing the boxing up reload. I still have to build boxes. I got 5 I'm reusing, and that means I'll have to make 10 more. So it'll be 15 total boxes in the reload. So I got that project. I'll probably do that tonight just to get them on the shelves. But there we are on the table. We have 24 boxes and 4 on the shelf just to the left. So there's all of our boxes all the way through 86. 24 on the table. So 6, 18, 22 on the table. 22 on the table, 4 on the shelves. So there we go. So yeah, thank you everybody for stopping by the Cheer Live, grabbing spots. Appreciate the close, Steve. See if that is closer mojo, because we know that does exist. So closer mojo for Steve, shooting for that. Thomas grabbed some spots. Thank you very much. I think we have about 10 different people, 10 different owners. Let me see. We got Dale C grab spots. Big Al, even though he's breaking, he's probably packing, get ready to go away for a couple days. Big Al's got spots. Jason R grabbed a couple Leafs. Carl Z grabbed spots. Thomas M. Joseph K coming off the big hit. Cujo, he's the winner of record if he's looking for back-to-back. Joseph K has spots. Daryl L. Brett G, who hit his first jersey last week as well with the Cavalier. He has spots. CK's got a couple, and Steve S. So there we go, Steve S for our closing mojo. So I think that's 10, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 10 different owners, 26 jerseys, 26 boxes. Good luck to everybody. Cannot wait to see what comes out today. And of course, Thursday is our last box before the reload goes in. But those spots, of course, are live on eBay. So get over there, browse up new spots, get your bids in, even if it's a placeholder, and then come back with a vengeance on Sunday. So, but we'll get to there. We have Thursday still, same spot prices as today. I'll throw that back up When we're done, obviously I'll edit it off whatever hits tonight. So good luck. Just an update. I said with the holiday on Monday, and I worked today. I did not get a chance to get to the post office, but I will go tomorrow. I will mail whatever hits tonight, as well as I got Joseph K, Thomas M, Adam R, Brett G, Justin W, and Ron, who are not here, have a couple jerseys each. Still in negotiations. Haven't talked to the guy that won the Vessi. So everything else will be sent out tomorrow, I believe. It's been a crazy week. Obviously, I have to get ready for the reload. I got to finish my boxes. And then we'll get to the video at the end of the week. But it's a fun batch. I hope you guys like the stuff that's in there. I love the junior stuff that's in there. Obviously, now current Winnipeg Jets. I believe he was drafted by Pittsburgh, but the Braden Yeager Moose Jaw CHL CCM. Absolutely beautiful white jersey. And that James Neal, the real deal James Neal, Plymouth Whalers CHL, back when Reebok made those, real cool jersey with the whale down the front, the whalers down the front with the whaler logo on the sleeves. Absolutely beautiful. Cannot wait to see either of those CHL jerseys hit. Fantastic. Obviously, it's a good group. We got great goalies, Hall of Famer, Vlasov, Tretiak, Team CCCP. That's the AK Custom. I have the exact same jersey in my PC, except it's a white one. So those are AK Customs, company up in Canada that does lots of sports apparel. And for AJs, they've been making their custom international jerseys for many years now. So that's Tretiak and an AK Custom Team CCCP Russia jersey. Absolutely gorgeous. Hall of Famer, medalist, unbelievable, fantastic goalie. So all the goalies we got Ned, Alex Nedeljkovic, Pittsburgh Penguins, white Adidas, pretty cool. That's nice. Going in there, other goalies we have are the Markstrom Calgary Flames Fanatics and the Linus Ullmark Boston Bruins Fanatics. I told you I have goons. I did, Thomas, you got goons. I got Dave Schultz with Dave the Hammer Schultz inscription and the penalty minutes, career penalty minutes total on the jersey. Not going to find much better. You see lots of Schultz customs. You don't see many licensed Philadelphia Flyers from the Broad Street Bullies era. So finding that Reebok, absolutely beautiful jersey with the inscriptions, with the penalty minutes. So cool. Plus, we got Ryan Reeves. Talk about current goons. One of the dying breed, Ryan Reeves with the biggest Golden Knights. And that's the gray Adidas. That's cool. Like to get some, it's time for some goons. Time to cycle some goons in. So we got those for you guys. Some current stars. Obviously, Jonathan Drouin's been on fire out of the box up there with the aisle. And so he's played fantastic. That's a Tampa Bay Lightning where he was, of course, traded for Sergachev. He was drafted by Tampa, and that is a Reebok Pro jersey. You don't see many of those. Of course, Reebok was making jerseys when Drouin was drafted by Tampa, so that's a Reebok Pro jersey with the fight strap from when he was drafted down in Tampa. Who else we got? Will Cooley, great young player with the Rangers. That's a Fanatics Premium. To go with the Robert Thomas St. Louis Blues. He's back again. That's a Fanatics Premium. Absolutely fantastic. Good scorer over there in St. Louis. Larry Murphy, Hall of Famer defenseman. Pittsburgh Penguins Adidas. That's, of course, got the Stanley Cup inscriptions. What else we got? Oh, my boy, the Flow. Brock Besser, couple goals to start the season up in Vancouver. Absolutely beautiful Adidas alternate skate logo. That's a great jersey. I have the exact jersey in my PC as well. Who else? Is that everything in the Chris Kreider. Chris Kreider, Reebok third jersey, New York Rangers. Really, really cool jersey as well. And, of course, Matt Duchene. Colorado Avalanche, Reebok Maroon, Matt Duchene. Yeah, I said the Hammer. I said it's a beautiful. Like I said, I don't have any goons in my PC, but anytime I see a goon, I think about you guys. Like I said, they're goon collectors. You guys are a rare breed, and you don't see tons of their products, especially the licensed stuff. You know, Goon get a stack of numbers and they turn them into custom jerseys. And, you know, you can see those and you grab them cheap, but you don't see much of the licensed stuff. So anytime I do, I have to at least give it a double take. And that's a beautiful Flyers, Reebok, Philadelphia Flyers. Dave the Hammer Schultz. So anybody that knows goon time in hockey, it respects Dave the Hammer with the penalty minutes. So that's the reload picture. The box up video will be the end of the week. Pictures are on Facebook, except for the last ones on the way to me now. And then, of course, you guys can get the spots in on eBay anytime. So let's get going. One box tonight, 26 boxes. We'll get down to just 25. Last box before the reload Thursday night. So let's get my numbers and my dice. Where's my dice? There's my dice. Where's my numbers? There we go. Very good. Of course, you guys know the drill. 5 or more always on our random on my boxes. So 5 or more, what we'll do, boxes here in order. 81 was skipped last time. Nothing is skipped now. 23 and 32 are still the late June reload boxes. Then we got 39 through 48, which is the July, and then 57 all the way through 65, the 5 boxes from the August reload, and then 12 boxes left. 12 of 26, a little less than 50% are from the last reload. We had 2 of the boxes from that reload on Sunday. We're at 14 of 28 boxes. Now we're at 12 of 26, so slightly less than 50-50 shot of hitting a new reload box. So good luck, everybody. Good luck. Not rooting for or against anything. Can't wait to see what comes out. Some of these jerseys are absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to show them off. So here we go. 5 or more on a dice roll. See what we got. 11 times. 11. Here we go. 11 times. Get us through the list. Good luck, everybody. And we're going to do it 11 times. 1, 26 boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the box we're going to open tonight is going to be box number 67. 67. There it is, 11 times. Box 67. 11 times. Box 67. Is that reload or is that just off it? Let me see what we got. 67 is the reload. There is now 11 boxes left from the reload. 67. That was the first box left from the reload. Most recent reload. There we go. 26 times. Box 67. Okay, 67. Where's my list? Where's my names? 12 boxes in this run. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 9. Almost everybody is live. 67, very top of the pile. 67 it is. No double boxes, so single boxes until Sunday when we get the double box back in there. 67 it is. 67. Let me see where's my list. Cannot wait to see what we hit. Almost everybody is live. Wow. Good luck, everybody. Let's see what we got. 67. Good luck. Good luck. 67. Okay. There's my knife. Let's throw the knives around. Okay. Good luck. Good luck. Cannot see what we got. Box 67. This is a nice one. I don't know. We're on a run of Swords. Jack Eichel, Buffalo Sabres. Congratulations, Jack Eichel, Buffalo Sabres. Real Nice's rookie number 15, AJ Sports, COA. Obviously, they're based in the Buffalo area, so they clearly have their Sabres in there for signings. Jack Eichel, Reebok from his first year or two actually in the league, wearing the number 15. He wears the 9 now, but here we go. Jack Eichel, Reebok. Always like to get Jack Eichel in there. Obviously, Stanley Cup champion, number 2 overall pick behind the Cross. There we go. Or behind McDavid. There we are. Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel, superstar in his own right. Congratulations. Absolutely beautiful. Reebok, Jack Eichel. Always happy to get Eichel in there. I know some of you guys don't have him in your PC yet, which is a shame because he's an absolute superstar. Now he's playing with Marner. Vegas is just as deadly as they've been when they won the Cup. We'll see if that continues this year, but after the years that he had last year, I would not be surprised if Vegas makes their way back to the finals. So congratulations, Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel, how much you had that? Because I know Thomas was hunting him a little bit as well. But Jack Eichel tonight goes to Brett G. Back in the win column. Look at that. Get up the snide. Bangs out 2 jerseys in like a week or so. Congratulations, Brett G. 2 times now a winner. Congratulations, Waffleboard Breaks. Very, very, very nice. Like I said, I love seeing the new guys hit. I love seeing the old guys hit. I love seeing, like I said, I love seeing all of you guys hit. So there you go. Yeah, nice of you to stop by. Watch us live. Brett G, congratulations. Keep the heater going, man. Very, very nice. I saw that you stopped by. I gave you some congratulations on being hot over in Big Al's room. And you're definitely getting hot in this room. So here we go. Congratulations. Hitting the cab, and of course the Jack Eichel. There we go. Congratulations. A first overall pick and a second overall pick. Very, very nice for the first 2 hits over at Waffleboard Breaks. Real nice. Congratulations to you. Jack Eichel is off the board. I currently do not have a Jack Eichel to reload, so I'll be on the hunt, see if I can find him. Always willing to grab Jack Eichel when I see him because I know, I said I'm not sure if everybody's as big a fan as I am, but I know he's an absolute superstar, Stanley Cup champion, former number 2 overall pick. And like I said, now he's playing down there with Marner, and the Vegas is just as good as they had been. So congratulations. I'd like to see more exposure for him in the East. We'll watch tons of Vegas Golden Knight games. But he's an absolute star. So congratulations, Brett. Jack Eichel. Sorry for, of course, everybody that did not hit tonight. Down to 25 boxes for Thursday night. As good as it gets right now. So I'm going to keep it at the 25, 24 box before we reload. Gives me a little buffer. That's why I was able to do a 15 box reload because we're only getting down to a 24 after Thursday. So I'm able to do a 15 box reload instead of holding out for a 16th. I like to do the double boxes for you guys. So, if that's what I got to do is, get it down to 25, 24 before I reload and make sure I have a double in the reload. I don't mind it, especially when you banged out 2 doubles on the same night. A week or so ago, which is absolutely insanity. So there we go with that one. Congratulations on the Eichel. Congratulations to you, sir. Very, very good. Waffleboard Breaks loves and appreciates the continued support from all you guys. We're right in the middle of the beginning of the season, guys. I know we got, always looking, keeping an eye out for new signings. I know the young guys, once they break the roster, they try to do some community stuff, getting out there with some autograph signings. So I'll try to keep my eyes out for the young kids that are playing big minutes for their teams. But like I said, always want to get the Hall of Famers, the veterans, the old standbys, as well as the young kids. Like I said, the CHL jerseys are fun. I love grabbing them. If it's not for my PC, I don't mind getting in there for you guys because you have to appreciate, those are stuff that you don't see very often, and I always want to grab it. I said the real deal, James Neal, absolutely beautiful Plymouth Whalers jersey, and then of course the Braden Yeager, Owen Sound, the Erie, no, is that Erie Otters? No, the Erie Otters are still in there. That's the Dylan Strome. I got the yellow Dylan Strome still in there. Now we got the Braden Yeager Moose Jaw CHL. I have a Moose Jaw on my PC. It's the black one, but it's Braden Point. So it's always good. When I saw the Moose Jaw, I'm like, ooh, see who that is. I realized it was Yeager. So he's been traded once already before he's made the league. But obviously Winnipeg will, love to have him in a year or so and see if he can be a big-time scorer. They got Connor signed long-term. Eichel's got, Shifley's got some points. I didn't that goal the other night. You know, they're a team that's pretty stacked. Having one of the best records last couple of years. We'll see if they get Jaeger up in the roster at some point in time soon. But you know, they got the young guys they got signed, Perfetti, you know, Velarde. You know, obviously they got Morrissey and they got Hellebuck in the back line. So that's a nasty team out in Winnipeg. So make sure you get those games, watch them if you have a chance. But there we go. Chase the Jaeger, which is in the box, as well as Yager. So we got Braden Jaeger, we got Yarmir Yager, we got all the Ers. So very, very nice. Congratulations again to you, Brett, on the Eichel. I'll get that boxed up. Now I can ship the Jaeger or the Le Cavalier and the Eichel together. So it's nice that I had to hold off because of the holiday. But I'll pack them up. I'll get them hopefully off to the post office tomorrow when I'm off. And they should be arriving at your doorsteps within the week. So thank you much again. Enjoy the rest of the games tonight. Obviously, we'll see if the Jays can get their act together tomorrow. And then we'll be back here on Thursday evening. So Thursday night, 8 p.m., I'll get the spot price preview back posted. And we'll get ready for Thursday night. Last box before the reload. So thank you much, guys. I will see you Thursday night. Take care, everybody. WAFFLEBOARD Breaks is out of here.